Welcome back to New Zealand.
Today is our first day since lockdown that we are getting out of the city, and we've come to a place called Piha, which is this beautiful coastal area on the west coast.
It's one of New Zealand's most popular beaches, the most famous surf beach in New Zealand, and we're doing a coastal walk that goes up over some cliffs, down onto the black volcanic sand. It's a beautiful day.
Stunning.
And we finally get the chance to actually appreciate our own
great outdoors.
Not just our own little backyard, but the great outdoors. Little did we know at this point, we had already taken the critical wrong turn and we're about to head off up a hill into no man's land. But a little bit more on that later on.
Let's go. Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Oh,
oh my days.
Our car's just down there.
Oh. Alright.
Thank you.
Got our morning rocket fuel. It is so cold out there though.
Is it?
So it is sunny. It is literally blue skies. There is not a single cloud in the sky, but it was 7 degrees a few hours ago. I think it's only 9 degrees now.
Oh, it's coming into winter. By the way, before anyone goes on about takeaway coffee cups, they're not accepting reusable keep cups at cafes at the moment. So
we bought some new ones and we weren't able to use them yet.
No. But anyway, back to today. We are about to take off on an hour-long drive, about an hour, right? West of Auckland.
So we're going to the Waitakere Ranges where there's all sorts of really cool walks out there actually, but Piha, it's quite rugged and
it is, yeah.
It's actually really dangerous out there as well, but I think we'll be okay on our flat 1 hour walk. Oh man. Anyway, but I'm just excited to get on the road and do something a bit different.
Me too.
Wow. We've picked an awesome day for this.
I was going to say, there's not a cloud in the sky. There's clouds in the sky, but it's warmed up a lot.
It has.
Wow, look around. I don't remember the last time I was out here.
It's been a long time, years. Yeah. So that's Lion Rock, that one there. And look at the black sand. We are going to be walking somewhere up here. I think that might even be a lookout up there somewhere maybe that we're going. Maybe?
Where are you taking me?
Sadly, the shots that you would have seen just before we kind of stopped here, that is as aerial as it's going to get today. You cannot fly a drone out here in these ranges. Just such a shame. I charged Joan the drone overnight. We were excited, our first chance to actually properly fly in a very long time. But I thought I'd better quickly Google it before we came out here, and sure enough, wop wop.
Can't fly anywhere these days.
No, there's a lot of restrictions now. Man, it's so good being at the beach. Instantly, you just, yeah, it's peaceful.
Better start this hike. So the track that we're doing is called the Tasman Lookout track, and Dane's just informed me that it's 2,600 steps. I thought he meant like stairs, and I was like, what?
Yeah, because the first thing we see
is steps
straight up there. But no, I think once we get up that first hill, I don't think it's going to be too bad.
It'll be worth it for the views, but I think it's 2.2 k's, and we read that it would take about an hour to do the full loop, but on the sign it says 20 minutes. The
reason it's called the Tasman track.
My socks already.
Oh no, socks. We've got 2 socks down. The reason it's called the Tasman track is because so we're on the west coast at the moment, and from the west coast of New Zealand at this point, this is the Tasman Sea right here. And when I kind of looked at the two on a map, almost directly out from us, pretty much Sydney. Oh man, we're like 14 steps in and it's already absolutely stunning. Look at that, man.
All right, let's go back to the car.
Come on. So that only took all of 12 minutes maybe to get to this lookout point. The waves down here are so good for surfing, but they are very, very ruthless and unforgiving. So there's a lot of rips here. Yeah, there's a lot of rips, and there's also a TV show they film here. It's called Piha Rescue, and you can see why they film it here, because if you weren't a very strong swimmer, yeah, it's dangerous. You could quite easily end up around some of these rocks out here. Yeah, so we can see down here there's a surf lifesaving club, and then there's a bit of a lookout point that looks out across the water, and it typically is police, but I can't see anybody down there right now. But then also I am about 500 meters away, so probably why I can't see. More than 500 meters probably away. Why I can't see any humans down there. So awesome, and this is our backyard. We're so blessed to be from New Zealand. Yeah, it's a while away. it's about 40 kilometers away from our backyard, but this being our home, this is a great first start to our New Zealand trips, our New Zealand series of more that we've got to explore. Piha has never really been my favourite place because of the trauma I experienced as a child. So I went on a school camp once when I was maybe like, I don't know, 10 or something. I was at primary school, and we came out to Piha and we stayed at this random campsite out here. I don't even know where it is. And I just remember being so sad and so homesick that my parents had to be called in the middle of the night, and they had to drive an hour to come and get me and collect me. So disgraceful. You had this and you were missing your house. I don't know what was wrong with me. Times have changed, thankfully. So here's an interesting bit of information while we're looking at the waves again. In 1997, they ran a Ironman competition here. And the waves, when I was here. That's why you were so sad. The waves were so intense that some of the canoes were snapping. Oh, so really? they've literally never run an Ironman competition here again, because it is too dangerous, it's too rugged, it's too unpredictable. So how crazy is that? I love these random nuggets of information. Yeah, I keep them in my head until I can tell you on camera. Alright, let's keep going. Okay. Wow. So that down there, I think, is the blowhole. So that is, it's kind of like, I don't know if you could see it, but there's a gap between the two rocks, and you can just see the water like slowly coming in and out. So we've got to walk somewhere. Yeah, how do we get there? Somewhere down here? A little tree tunnel. Your favourite. Wow, it's so much cooler in here than it was even just out there. It's cold in here. We're jumping back on from the small rock. There's loads of flax around. This is flax. You can make. Go on, make us something. Yeah, you can make all sorts of really interesting baskets and. People like weave them. You make hats and stuff. What else did we used to make in school and everything? Baskets, hats. Don't people like cook stuff in them? Yeah. Let's keep going. How cool is that? So cool. So it's low tide at the moment though, so there's not too much. Too many waves coming through, but when it's high tide, this whole area, which is completely flat, you can swim out here apparently. I didn't actually know that. I haven't been here when it's high tide, I suppose, but it's a great spot. There is a little bit of a lack of signage at the moment, isn't there? This might be how it ends. There's not much internet reception here. We tried to load the map just to double check that we're heading the right way. The altitude's getting to me. Yeah, Stacey's got altitude sickness, which is making the hunger worse. No, we're pretty positive this is the spot. We've been the coastal area, and then you kind of run parallel back to that, up the hill, along, probably more in the trees, looking back down across to the sea. So we are assuming we're on the right path. Well, it's pretty clear those assumptions were wrong, so let me try and explain how it's possible to get lost on a loop track. And there's two reasons, there's two things that contribute to it. One, we were trying to find our way to the blowhole, which Stace mentioned earlier on. To get there, you have to head off in the direction that we went. On the Auckland Council website, there was about 20 photos, and we skimmed through maybe 19 of them, or maybe 18 of them, and it was every step. So it's kind of instructional, except for we didn't go past the photos of the blowhole, which actually then showed you photos of the beach and how that was your path back. Instead, what we had looked at was the map, which on your phone looks like part of it is coastal and part of the walk is inland. We had assumed incorrectly that the coastal part of the walk was the first leg that we do, and the inland was the second bit. So it all kind of made sense that we keep following in that direction and look back. When I look now and I zoom closer in on the map, it's quite obvious that you're supposed to walk back on the beach. So there's only one thing to do when things don't go right, and that is just to sit down and at least appreciate the view.
Oh, she's wobbly.
I think we might have gone the wrong way completely. I think we might have got that. If that's the case, we are so high up. We might be walking to somebody's house.
Driveway or something, eh?
What are we doing? So now what we decided, rather than turn back, we're gonna half commit to this point right here. Oh, it just keeps going.
But do you reckon it goes all the way back? There's no way to know, eh?
Oh man, there's absolutely no way to know. Look how high up we are. We might have to walk all the way back down there and then walk down that way back to the car.
Should we just go to that point?
We're just going to keep saying this. We'll go to the next point.
And then we're going to be up the hill and the car's going to be like 4 kilometres down here.
If we're lucky, a truck or a Range Rover or something, I'm not a Range Rover, a Defender will come up and ask us if we need a lift.
Rescue helicopter.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's beautiful though, like,
yeah.
we're not complaining, it's just we're a little bit hungry now, and it's been a long time.
To be fair, we crave adventure, and we haven't had that for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So coming out here, even though this is our backyard, it feels like we're traveling.
It does.
We're looking at this through travelers' eyes, and as travelers we get lost often, as everybody does.
All the time.
And you have to just roll with it. So let's see.
Oh, wow, we are so. Oh no. Help! Help! So should I go out here?
I don't know, because there's a path that way too. Oh.
Let's go. Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Oh
my days.
Dane's just running down to this fence line that we've seen to see if it links up with anywhere. Because we currently have no idea whether we can get down this way or not, or whether we have to retrace all of our steps. Now he's just completely disappeared off the side of the hill. I can't see him anymore, and I'm just here on my own. It's beautiful, but oh, he's saying, oh, he's back. He's saying come. Here I go then.
It's definitely not an official path, but we were walking right here. This has to connect up to there somehow. But we're praying here, we're on a hope. You right?
Yeah. The gorse is getting my ankles.
What would you have done? Would you have spent about 45 minutes doubling back, or would you have tried to find the shortcut through?
We don't know if there's going to be a shortcut. Right.
We were talking about the uses of flax. We just came up with another one.
Ropes to get down the side of mountains when you're trapped. We did it.
We were literally, we did, it's right here. We were literally holding on to flax and like almost abseiling down onto it.
I hope nobody comes out here. It's like, where the hell have these bush been?
I know. Wow, what an adventure. Whoa.
Just ate a tree.
You okay?
Yeah, might need some help here.
Yes.
Oh.